All right, we in there. We live. Guys,
live.
it's me. It's Ame. We are live. You're here too. Look who it is. It's bro. Bro, we missed you.
We're back again.
Once again. It's your boys. Oh, let me be honest with you. You remember Matrix when Warner Bros. Said we have to make sequels?
Yes.
Dude, it's like I look to like the analytics and things like that. It's like every time you pop up, like I'm telling Alex, it's like I see like Latinx viewership is up 47 points. I'm like, we need those Latinx viewers, bro. So I think sometimes might cut that, but it was good.
I'm just like thinking about it. I'm just like, why has it got to be an X?
Do you hate it?
It sounds cool.
It sounds badass. Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
It sounds cool. Don't get me wrong, but did we have to do this? Did this have to happen?
Well, so I was under the impression that it's something you guys just wanted really bad.
No, I think because someone told me, and I think this is true, is that how Spanish is, it's kind of like he or she stuff kind of go. Uh-huh. So when you say male or female in Spanish, it's said a certain way.
Yeah, I know that.
So with the whole hey, I'm genderless and stuff like that, I guess that's their way of saying, hey, you're just Latino. Instead
of saying Latinx.
Yeah, it's like instead of saying Latina and Latino, like that.
It's Latwinks.
You stupid.
Just making sure I follow you. Nah, that's what y'all want, dude.
You just want Latwinks, bro. All right, that's just a you problem.
I wish I was a Latwink. That sounds badass.
Do you think they have it at Walmart too?
Latwinks. Just a guy in a big ass Twix costume.
I was thinking a Twinkie costume.
Latwinkie.
That makes more sense.
I feel like that'd be a French guy if I'm completely honest with you.
Yeah, but it makes sense in the context of what you're putting in.
It's like, who are you? They call me a Latwinkie.
Exactly. See, it makes sense because you say Latwink.
Latwinks. I don't think so.
I think this is going off of a good review right now.
We're doing great, right?
Yes.
Guys, this is House of Dragon. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah, with Latwinks.
With Latwinks. More so with black people with dreadlocks, if I'm honest.
White dreadlocks, get it right.
That's our goal, dude. You talk about what my Super Saiyan 4 look like? That's it.
That shit would be pretty hot, I ain't gonna lie to you.
You remember that one guy from Street Fighter, the one whose transformation was the crazy dreadlocks?
Yeah, dude, he looked like a snake.
It looked cool.
Yeah, it looked pretty good. He looked like a male Medusa.
Yeah, basically. Buffed out the world, too.
Yeah, well, that's just Street Fighter.
I can say that. They're kind of slimming down to me.
Yeah, but that's the problem. You watch JoJo, right? And they slimmed them down. I was like, bro,
JoJo's was too much. I mean, I will say this much. Part 3 JoJo was still way too freaking swole.
Ah, dude, that was lit.
You say that, but also you go, by the way, these two are 16.
Yeah, dude, that totally makes sense.
Dude, if I saw a 16-year-old that looked like that, I'll stop teaching. I'll be done.
Probably stop teaching because you probably already seen some. They're just that swole.
Nah, that looks like the Rock, dude.
They listened to that rock song, and, they were just like, it's about drive, it's about power, and they were just like, bro, this dude's spitting right now.
Was it Kindergarten Cop, the one that had Arnold Schwarzenegger dressed as the nerd going to class? Was that a different movie? I know it's Schwarzenegger. I don't remember which movie.
Yeah, we couldn't tell you.
But it's him wearing the spandex with the nerd glasses. He's also at one point why are you picking on my friends? And it's like...
That checks out, dude. That checks out. He's just a normal person, exactly.
Nah. Like the Rock and Black Adam when he slims down. I'm like, sorry, they ain't a normal dude.
That's a monster. Well, get back to the dragons. The dragons.
Well, I will say, before we even hop into this, because we're going to go through all 10 episodes, guys, and just say our thoughts with them, so spoilers. But the one thing to bring up that we have to talk about right away is the rivalry people had with this show, Rings of Power, and then, to what might surprise you, The Witcher.
They think that it is as good as The Witcher?
They saying it's a 3-way fight with those three. to be the big medieval fighting show. And also you saying that, yeah, I feel the same way. Witcher blows out the water, huh?
Oh, what blows it out the wire by a foot? Don't get me wrong, House of Dragon is good. It is good. I haven't watched Rings of Power, so I can't say anything about it.
I watched too much of it. I hate it.
Okay, so we're just going to go off that. We're just going to throw it out the running. House of Dragon, my legitimate problem with it is that it takes a minute for it to take off. Mm-hmm. The first couple episodes that you kind of get into, they're not bad, but they're also not really good.
It's a slow burn. It's a super slow burn.
When I watch Witcher, I'm like, this is...
It goes.
This is good.
It literally just goes. I will say this much.
Man, as Witcher? Come on now.
Oh, not anymore. We could talk about that later, too. He is leaving being Geralt.
I wouldn't blame him, to be honest.
Really?
I don't know, man. Witcher's been hitting really good, and I'm like, don't get me wrong, I did like his Superman, don't get me wrong. But DC is just, it's struggling. It's struggling right now.
I get it, and DC needs him more than anything else. He's probably the best Superman after Reeves. Maybe even better, honest to God.
But it's like, man, do you like give up your career just to save this company?
That's what I'm saying. You're giving us something that everybody loves you in to go work on something that
everybody loves you in.
Yeah. I'm thinking about it too as I'm saying it, yeah.
It's like, do you really lose? Like, not necessarily, not really.
I mean, I guess the paychecks will be bigger, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can't argue that. But at the same time, it's like Rip the Witcher, though. Like, you ask me which one I want more, like more DC EU stuff or more Witcher with Henry Cavill, and I'd probably pick Witcher if I'm completely honest with you.
Oh, I was arguing the fact that like he should probably go back to Witcher because I was like, man, I don't blame you.
Yeah, but that's the thing. He completely left Witcher now, so like Witcher doesn't have him.
Oh, that's crazy.
And we have we'll talk about it later in the show, but like we have the new Witcher show coming out this December.
And he's not in it?
It's a prequel series.
Who are they going to talk about that I'd actually even care about?
I think that's the question everybody's asking.
Like, unless, like, I would like to know all the Witchers that were pretty hot. Like, you know, like, there's some there, right?
Mm.
Or, like, the different houses. That'd be kind of cool.
See, I have to Google it and look to see, but don't quote me on this. I don't think it's following a Witcher at all.
All right, now you completely lost me.
But like, legitimately, I don't think it is. I think it's just going to be, like, people in the Witcher world.
Oh okay, and... They're not like superhumans that can see in the dark with cat eyes. Like, I don't give a shit.
Well, okay, see, now that goes like a weird, interesting theme with Witcher versus... No, I'm with you. This is like a theme with Witcher versus like House of Dragon. We're like, how funny is it that I like Witcher more, but I'll flat out say I don't care about the world at all. I think I legitimately care about Geralt.
Like, I like his school and stuff like that, and all the other people and stuff like that. I do like it. Mm. I do like it. Don't get me wrong. But, like, the main focal point is Geralt. And, like, how he interacts the world and stuff like that.
And that's something I feel like I would give probably Game of Thrones a bit more. I like the world more. I like overall what's happening in the world.
That is true, because it's political, like, how they go about stuff like all, like, the twists and turns are a lot heavier, because there's a lot of characters that you're actually like, oh, man, I like, watch out for this person.
Mm-hmm. These are little fingers.
Yeah, little fingers. No, that's the foot guy, dude. Little feet.
Little feet.
Yeah, little feet, baby.
Now, big feet versus little fingers. Let's go.
I'd watch that.
Okay, we ain't gonna talk about little feet.
We'll get into that.
We ain't gonna talk about little feet in this show.
we get into that later. We're getting in between those toes. Don't worry about it.
Little feet, cripple feet,
little footies. Come on now.
You gotta really care about feet to be into this show. That's for sure.
Hey man, if Tarantino's in it, I'm in it.
I ain't bothered to check, but I feel like Tarantino directed the episode, if I'm real with you.
God's plan.
I mean, okay, like, my last little random tangent, but if you were directing the episode of this show and you found out it was feet-related, or let's say you write a show, you knew it was going to be like a feet-related episode, did you not ask Quentin Tarantino? Like,
I would definitely ask him. I'd be like, man, what's your pointers on this? He's like...
What's your pointers?
If anyone else is going to know, good. Well, you know what? Capcom has been doing pretty good with Jiri, too, with those feet. So
oh, my God.
I don't know.
Feet.
Oh, that's what it is to say. That's kind of true.
Feet, though.
at Jiri's feet, like, dang, that hits.
Look at those toes. Well, I mean, it was the same way when Lady D came out. We see those heels for the first time.
That's true. That's true.
So, like, you might be.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was definitely not staring at her feet. I definitely was not.
Yes, you were. We all.
No, I was not. No, I think I can speak for everyone. We were just looking at those chi-chis, all right, man?
Nah, we saw how tall they were. It's like, yeah, take a step on me.
Oh, they did definitely step on me, for sure. Like, that's not out of the question.
God, you...
like, I definitely died a couple times just because I was like, oh no, please don't. Oh no, please don't kill me.
Have you seen how she fights in Mercenaries mode?
No, I haven't.
It's a plot where you'll start clapping.
I have to get that DLC.
It's worth it.
Can you play in third person, please? No.
Oh, you got third person for Mercenaries. I don't know why.
Oh, no, I'm just saying that as a joke. You know what I mean?
Oh, you say it as a joke. I mean it. I want it. It's a joke for you, mate.
Man, you want to see Lady D in third person. I see.
I want to see Lady D in 3D, baby.
Shit, where do I buy my tickets at?
Right here, dog. Ticket slider. From the Duke. But that said, as far as everything goes for House of D, I think they did a good job of like making me care about Game of Thrones again.
Yeah, it definitely took a minute for me to get there for sure, but like it got there. That's all that matters. It definitely got there.
So actually, okay, so the thing everybody brings up with this show is the time skips.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it was a bit too much?
Honestly, like except for the fact, like when you change the actors and how they act later on, like so drastic, I think that's my only problem. But the actors themselves, though,
were good.
Actually, were pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll give it to them. Like
I think the kid ones are probably you're good. I think the kid ones are probably like the better ones. Not counting like Damon and all them, obviously.
Yeah, because obviously Damon, he's just Damon.
Because holy shit, Damon.
Yeah, he doesn't change. Don't change him.
Damon carried this show, dude. And then Eamon comes in. He's just like, all right, you know what? But besides that, though, it's like, the kids who played early on were like all really good. And then when they swapped them out for the adult versions, I don't feel like you feel like it was like a big change of how they acted. I feel like they kind of matched each other. Really, they kind of
pretty much the same.
Yeah, I don't think it's like too big of a change.
Like I said, like overall, like the change was all right, but the thing that does kind of get me with the whole time skip is the drastic change of character development, right?
Yeah.
Like Rhaenyra, right?
Rhaenyra's the one I was thinking about. How we went from I don't want to have any children. The thought of it makes me sick. It makes me angry.
Now I have like 8 kids.
Yeah. Like, fast forward to like, all right, this is number 4. Like, what?
Yeah, dude. I was like, Jesus.
Like, what changed?
Like, what happened to make you change? Sorry, and now you're like this bomb leader and stuff like that. Like, you know, like what to do and stuff. And it's like, I don't know. It's a bit stretch. But everyone else, though, in terms of time skip, was pretty good. Even like, I forget the character that was like her friend, Rhaenyra's friend in the green dress.
Alan.
Even her time skip. Yeah, Alan. Yeah. Allison. Yeah, thank you. Even Allison, that was a pretty good change, too.
Yeah. Allison, I feel like with her, they should have went more ruthless with her. Because she does feel like she's playing on the line a bit too nice for me.
Yeah.
Considering all that's going on with her. I will say this much. So something that like R. Martin mentioned, the guy who like writes the books and everything. He talked about like how he was like debating on where to start the show. Like where do you start like a show in the past about characters who like lives you know all the way through.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that makes sense.
And that's why he decided on the whole like time jump thing. Like, well, let me start from the beginning of like the important part and just hops around from that. But do you think one thing they thought about doing was starting it right from that final time skip, which is having that child? Do you think the show probably would have been better if it started there, or are you okay with them starting with them being kids and everything?
I feel like it would have been better if it started from there. Not gonna lie to you.
Same. If I'm honest with you.
Like, because like a lot of the stuff in the beginning, you could literally just throw it to the side and just be like, eh.
The only thing major is going on, just backstory stuff, setting people up.
Yeah, like Prince Damon when he was like fighting on the horse with Sir Chris. Wait, what's his name, Sir Chris?
Yeah, right. It's Cole. Christian Cole.
Cole. Yeah, like when they're fighting and stuff like that, and you see Cole body him,
which is like fun, but go for it.
was the fact of why Cole hates the Queen so much. And I'm like, I didn't need all this for this. All right,
I really didn't. But
like,
you could have just showed me the show like normal and just mentioned him hating her, and like even like kind of hint that he had like feelings for her back in the day, and that would have been fine.
Yeah, like I said, like if we literally would have got where we got now, I was like, this show could compete for Witcher. Because like the problem with why I can't say it competes with Witcher is because it's like it's a slow burner.
Nothing happened. Like it hurts to say it. It's like everything that the show feel like it was building up for to get you hyped for, feel like it's going to happen in season 2.
Yeah. And I feel like they also kind of did that on purpose, though. It's like, all right, how do we prolong this so we can get money out of it?
But to me, it's like, that's the thing, too, because this is one of 3 Game of Thrones shows that's coming.
Yeah. Well, I heard a lot of them got canceled. I'm not sure on which one. I think the only one that I know that did not get canceled or
scrapped. The Jon Snow one is still happening.
Yeah, the Jon Snow one's still happening.
So, I don't know about, like, which all ones they fully stopped, especially with everything Warner Brothers been doing.
Yeah,
but
I know, right?
To me, even with that, I'm like, don't you want to put your... I get you riding off, like, the quote-unquote success Game of Thrones had. But after how bad that last season hit, why not go with your best foot forward? Why not go, all right, dude, let's just hit hard and build up to the rest of all of it. Hell, bro, I hate to say it. I hate when shows do this, but this might have been an exception. They should have done one of those things shows do where they show you, like, the crazy asses are going to happen later on. Mm-hmm. And then open up with everything else for this.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely should have, to be honest. And it probably would have worked.
Because the Dance of the Dragons is this thing to keep on, like, hinting at hardcore. It's like, oh, why is there no more dragons left when Game of Thrones start?
Like, oh, you're going to ask your question.
So you would have opened up this show like a big-ass war with, like, all the dragons fighting? Mm-hmm. And then went into it like normal? I won't lie to you. I wouldn't been worried about the slow burn. I'd be like, all right, I know what we're getting into.
Yeah, we're getting into some hype stuff.
Yeah. I think that would have hit better, honest to God.
It definitely would have.
Still interested, though. Like, and just going through the episodes really quick. Had the Heirs of Dragon, which opens up with the flashback to the old king. And how Renee's, the queen who should have been, how she wasn't picked and how Viserys was picked instead. Oh my God. The first episode, I won't lie, kind of had me worried.
Yeah, 100%. It was kind of like, eh.
Because we see, and like the show I don't feel like ever really gets woke, but we do have some moments it's like red flags for me when I see it in other stuff.
Yeah,
it just makes it shit can't be able to do this. Well, a woman can't do that.
Yeah, and it's like, all right, man.
Like, all right, I get it.
I get it in the time period and the time contents. It makes sense because they're legitimately about that life.
Yeah. So like I said, again, like I feel like in this setting it works better.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like when you combine the fact that nothing else is really happening for the show.
Besides that, yeah,
that, it's like, oh, it took something. And we see Viserys who's getting cut all up by the throne too, which is like
that was kind of cool context. I actually kind of like that.
Same, just because it made me interested. Like, oh God, what's going on with you? Especially has your whole theory you mentioned too about the whole like throne pick people that's worthy on it.
Yeah, I was talking about that. Yeah, and I guess that's somewhat right because like, dang, dude, it was tearing him up.
Mm-hmm. Throughout the entire show, it tears him up.
Now, the one thing I will say, acting-wise, I think the King was probably one of the best ones.
Oh, I was worried about what you were going to say for a second. I was like, he killed the acting for me. He was good.
He was really good.
I was like, really good.
Like, I was like, dang, dude.
Like, I won't lie, like, he definitely, towards the end, and we're going to get to that. It was sad. But just seeing how he started acting towards the end of his life was just like, yo, if you were like this the entire time, holy shit, you would have probably beat Damon for me.
Yeah.
You would have actually probably beat Damon.
I will admit, I think the reason why is because he's so peaceful and stuff like that. So it's like, he's like, well, it's like, you know.
So it's like, how do you really make that interesting?
Yeah.
And even to that, we'll talk about the whole being peaceful thing, too. Oh, my God, the ending. When she reveals that he never told David.
Yeah, I was like, dang.
Like, that hit me. That was like, oh.
I was like, dang, dude.
So the entire time you was his heir, he never really considered you his actual heir.
That's crazy.
Holy shit. But I might be getting episodes 1, episode 2 confused, but was episode 2 when he kicked him out the kingdom?
Yeah, I think that was episode 2.
So episode 2 when he kicked out David because of the comment he made about like his dead son. How do you like? Do you change your mind on it? Or are you still on like, nah, I get where you're coming from?
I still get where he's coming from.
I don't, man. I just feel like that's too extreme to like go, well, my brother while he was drunk like made fun of like my dad's son. That's fucked up. I probably would have removed you from being heir too.
I would have definitely like, being heir for sure.
That's something that would still happen. But you kicked him out the entire kingdom.
I don't know, man. That man was going through some stuff. Like, you all gotta consider the context. That man was like literally lost his wife, lost his kid, and then your brother, who literally just got drunk while this was going on, was just like making fun of it. And I was like, dude, I'd be pissed. I'd be fucking pissed. So I don't know. In the context of like what happened, I would see myself getting super upset and doing some shit like that.
I see myself getting upset, super upset. Like, I'm not gonna put that past though.
But like, you see what I'm thinking? It's like, that man just had the worst day of his life.
So, I mean, I'm gonna be real with you. I feel like he handled that more extreme than he handled thinking he was banging his daughter. You see what I mean?
That's the cherry on top, though. That is legitimately the cherry on top. Because, like, you did all this, and then you're trying to smash my daughter, and you're like, no.
But at least with the whole, like, smashing his daughter thing, with that, he was just like, get out my sight. I just don't want to look at you. But the whole making fun of my dead son, fuck you, leave my kingdom. Like, I don't know, 1 to seems worse to me. I'm gonna be real with you.
Oh, both are fucked up.
Oh, hardcore. I just think one is a bit more fucked up than the other.
Oh, yeah.
That said, though, the 3rd episode I still remember, that's when he sends him a message about helping him out on the battlefield.
Yeah, I like how he like went crazy. I will admit, they should have done that battlefield a lot better, though.
They should have at least showed the final fight with him and the crowd feeder.
Like, they should have.
They did it, to me, I think they did a good job of, like, showing him going on this suicide mission to lure him out. Although, even that kind of upset me, because I was like, you sent all your dudes all at once to go try to
kill
him.
all your guys to go kill this one dude who you probably already got shot by an arrow, so you can literally just wait it out.
Like, I'll be honest, I would have probably sent it out the way he did it at first. It's like, all right, I'm gonna send out like 3 dudes. Oh, he killed those, or I'm gonna send out like 10. Killed those, all right, I'm gonna send out 10 more. I probably would have did it like that. Yeah. I think I would have been like, send everybody.
Right.
Every single person, none of them all.
Yeah, they're just like, send them all. And I was like, hey, you.
And you know this dude has dragons. He keeps looking up in the sky. Yeah. Is it coming? No? All right, guess we're good.
Yeah, like, you think he's just not going to have his dragon out there when he's going on the battlefield? Like, okay.
Like, okay, my guy. Sure.
Like, all right.
Sure.
Like, that's one big plot hole, and then we're going to get to the other big plot hole that's really bad, too. But, like, that made legitimately no sense.
Oh, I gotta ask real quick. The other big plot hole is also involving the dragon.
You already know.
Okay.
Yeah, you already know it.
Yeah, we got some words on that.
Yeah, we definitely got.
You know something else in episode 2 we forgot about?
Oh,
and that's when you see the whole, when he went hunting to go kill that stag, and she sees the one he was looking for, the white stag on a mountain when she's with Cole.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
And I'm just like, this just feels... And it's like another one of those episodes where I was just kind of like, I need to see where this show is going, because I just...
Yeah, I have no idea what they were trying to do, though, for that stag. I was like, all right, cool.
Well, I get what they were trying to show, like, hey, like, she's actually worthy of the throne, like, how he couldn't find the thing that, like, solidified Sylvie and King, she found it.
Yeah.
So I get that. I really do. But so it's like, I feel like because we didn't have David anymore, I was just kind of like, man, y'all don't have nobody that's really holding me in this show now. But then they said David comes back full force in the next episode. So I was like, oh, okay, we're good.
Then literally carries the whole episode on his shoulder every time.
Mm-hmm.
As per usual.
I'll be completely real with you. I do not remember anything that happens in episode 4.
Oh.
Nothing. I'm completely drawing a blank. Called King of the Narrow Sea.
Oh, I think that's when he comes back where, like, he said he won and stuff like that, and he's like, oh, there's only one true king, and that's you, Viseria, and all that.
Is that the very next episode?
Yeah, I think so.
Dang, that actually feels too early. Okay. I mean, I can't imagine what else it could be, though.
I legitimately can't remember, honestly.
I think you're right, in which case, all right, that's the episode... I thought that was 5.
No,
you know what? You know something? No, because that's the next episode. That's episode 5. That's what I'm about to say. 100% you're right. Because this was the episode 2 where he basically tells him to leave the kingdom again.
Yeah, it's obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm. The reason I know that too, because like the next episode when they kicked out Otto.
Oh, you're great.
You're great.
You're great.
Which, oh my god, dude.
Like when he started explaining that, I was like, nah, dude, you literally killed these people.
In 5 days, you became the most powerful man in all the kingdom. Somebody else had your position, they happened to die, and you had the position. The position you actually wanted belonged to another person, he died too. And then the king who you wanted to serve, the previous one happened to die, and then I got the job. I don't know if I can trust you, Otto. Like, I don't know.
No, he literally made some good points. I was like, bro, I wouldn't trust him.
I just hate the fact that it came from him arguing with his daughter to make him see it, though.
Yeah, I know. That is kind of dumb. It's like, man, you didn't see that before?
It was like,
that was a lot of red flags.
You seen this, but you were the only one who just had your eyes closed to it. Really?
I know. I was like, oh my god.
That said, no, I think 4 was a solid ass ep. Now that I'm really like remembering like what went down in it.
Yeah, like I said, like it definitely started popping up. I think after 4, or was it 5?
I think it was 4. But I will say 4 was also when they had like the incest moment in the brothel, and it really kind of like.
Yeah, and then that's where Cole smashed the princess. Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Cole.
God,
he didn't say or do anything. He just stood there. I want to call that sad, man. I feel like Cole was like, I'm just looking at him like, you're serious, dude? Run away with me, princess. Like, nah. I'm sorry, guy.
It's like, nah, dude, I'm definitely going to become a king and stuff. I mean, the queen and stuff. And I was like, damn, dude.
So it's like, I get why he was like angry afterwards, but also was like, dude, you got to understand where she's coming from. Like, I'm sorry.
I kind of get where the context is coming from, but I'm like, damn, dude. You hate to see it.
Hardcore. But yeah, no, 5 is them going out there to the Narrow Sea. That's us seeing Otto leave. He's like leaving everything to Allison, just like, well, I'm not here to protect you anymore. It's all you. Keep things going.
Like, you got it. I believe in you. Nah, he didn't say that.
He didn't say that. I mean, he kind of did, though, in a way. He was just like, yo, you're a high tower.
Right.
So we get things done. I respect him for it, man, but nah. Like, Otto, to me, I think the issue I kind of have with, like, Otto going through the show, they talk about all this crazy stuff he's doing behind the scenes, and we all know he's doing it, but we never see any of it.
I know. It sucks.
And that hurts me a little bit. I'm like, dude, I would love to see him, like, manipulating people and all this, like they're saying.
Same.
Hell, dude, you could have even gave me, like, a small little scene of, like, the beginning section, which on that preview part, where the king picking who he wants to be next in line. I would have loved if Otto was like leaning over his shoulder, like, should be that guy right there. I would have like, all right, dude, respect to Otto. Instead, no, like legit, we don't see really.
Yeah, we don't really see him like any schemes that he does. Like they do talk about like how he has schemes and stuff, but you don't ever see it in action.
See them.
Which kind of stinks, honestly, because I would love to.
Hardcore. And I'm going to say this, too. Episode 6 is another one I'm drawing a complete blank on.
I think...
anything to 6.
Let me look at the titles real quick, because that would probably jog my memory.
The Princess and the Queen.
The Princess and the Queen. Which episode was it?
This episode 6. And what I'm going to do really quick, I'm going to mark this down. 30 minutes. I can come back and edit it later. And I'm gonna click on this episode. And I'm like, kind of skim through it real quick to refresh my memory. So this is episode 6 is the first time skipped episode.
Oh, okay, see, that's what I said. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, episode 5, we forgot a big thing that happens in that episode.
Oh, what's that?
That's the one where Cole snaps and kills.
Oh yeah,
at the party.
Oh yeah, that movie was so good. I was like, damn, dude.
We forgot a major moment in 5. I'm gonna go a step further. 5 was a freaking 10. 5 was a good episode.
Yeah, okay, now I remember. Isn't that also where Damon comes into the whole
yeah,
party?
Yeah, the wedding at the very end of it.
Down.
He just sits down.
And like the king is just looking at him like, oh god, I just don't even know anymore.
But then his wife shows up in the green dress, and it's just like, you know what color the Hightowers wear when they declare war? Oh my god! Oh, I feel bad for forgetting that much of it. That was a good episode.
Yeah, it was a good episode, honestly.
That was a really, really, really good episode. But episode 6 is immediately the time skip, and that's when we mentioned the whole thing. It's just like, what happened? Because now we went from I don't want to have any kids at all and all this other stuff into
I had like
I'm giving birth to my next one.
Yeah, sure. He has like 3 kids or something like that.
I'll mention 2. Because we see Viserys pass out at the end of episode 5. I'm kind of shocked how long he lived.
Viserys.
The king.
Oh yeah, dude lived for a while.
Because we see him breaking down throughout the entire show, and then we get another big time skip, and he's still doing fine.
Yeah, I know. Like, that dude's, like, body's just, like, decaying.
Like, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, the idea of him... I don't, like... Do you think he kind of overstayed his welcome? I don't think it's the case, but...
No, I think he did really good, and I think that's the reason why he doesn't feel like he overstayed his welcome is because of how good his acting is.
Which is fair. Like, I'm with you on that. But at the same time, it's like, not so much him himself, but like his character. Because the idea of just like, I'm this old man who's dying to a point where like, people make me pick my air, like right here and now that I got rid of my brother. Right. And the idea of going, by the way, I'm still around for like 20 plus years.
Yeah, it does seem kind of odd, right?
A little bit.
But like I said, though, like the thing that kind of gets me is like, he's like slowly decaying. That's what like, I kind of can see it. Because you don't really know what's wrong with him, besides the fact that obviously he's getting cuts from the fucking throne, right?
And I don't approve of this. I hate when like people mention like the truth behind things behind the scenes. But the people making the show, they said the disease he had.
Oh, what was it?
Leprosy.
Leprosy.
We know somebody with that.
What, really?
Yeah. It's nowhere near as fatal nowadays as it is in their time. But
that makes sense.
Yeah. But no, so that's the thing about him, like why he's like slowly coming apart like that.
Ah, gotcha.
But still at the same time, it's like seeing somebody with like polio like living like an extra 40 years. It's like, yeah, I know it can happen things. It was like, oh my God. Yeah,
you're just surprised about it. Yeah, I get you.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like, it's not even a tired thing of like, I feel bad for him. I do, but it's like, oh my God. Like, how are you still kicking?
Like, right.
But 6, I think, is solid. 6 is like our first time skip up. And honestly, the big thing to the episode to me was just like the drama, like who the father was. Which you know immediately the moment the episode starts.
Yeah, we obviously know.
I'm sorry. He was like, it ain't no surprise.
It really ain't.
Although, the scene that still got me that I don't think you caught. I caught by the way. When it's talking about like how famous like that dude's family noses was. And when the king like sees the son, the first thing he says to the dad is, oh, he has his father's nose.
I was like, oh God.
That hit me so hard. Viserys, you know.
Oh, he definitely knows. Now, especially when you said it like that, I was like, oh shit.
Like, that Viserys dude. I mean, everybody in the entire kingdom knew. I just love the fact that nobody said it to him. Hell, I'm going to go a step further. When his new hand was leaving, he's like, oh, I need to resign from the role and all that. Get me wrong. Otto's an evil-ass dude.
Right.
Otto's an evil-ass dude. But at least he always said what's on his mind.
Yeah.
Cause I respect you for that. Cause the whole thing where he found out about Daemon and Rhaenyra, and even with that, he was just like, your race?
I was like, what are you trying to say, Otto? Speak plainly.
Consider not telling you this, but I can. Like, even he realized, oh, I could die from mentioning this. But
I just like how he's just like low key, like just trying to put it to the side. He's like, speak plainly. Yeah. Like, he's like not already telling him exactly what's going on.
Your daughter and your brother were seen at a brothel together. Okay. So?
And I was like, oh. They went to a brothel and like just not putting 2 to 2 together, just Otto like doing it for him. I was like, oh my god, it's so funny.
Like, honest to God, dude, respect to Otto for saying it, because honest to God, the moment he even went, you've been told lies and slander. You should just go. The moment he said that, I'd have been like, all right, I'm out.
I'm gone. I would have been like, you know what? I'm done here.
Yep. Oh, man. But when the new guy, when Strong's dad, the idea that he was just like, what's going on? What's this rumor? You're so worried about it. You can't tell me. And dude just didn't say a word.
Yeah.
That kind of got me like, oh, man, I don't want to tell him everything.
You know, the thing that was messed up was that dude who was like that, he also got killed by his own son.
Essentially, yeah, he was at the place with him. Oh, not even just that, the other guy who hired the assassin was his son. Dude.
Yeah, I know. I was like, damn, dude.
But that dude, that guy's just crazy on his own. Like,
yeah, I know.
That's somebody who, like, I legitimately don't know what the fuck his end game is.
He's just like, it's like, I didn't tell you the kingdom. It's like, I know, but you implied it.
You implied it. It's like,
You will reward me afterwards. You will. It's like, I'll be there. I was like, oh, this dude is a threat.
I mean, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, as the queen, do you have him murdered? Like, just as like a safety net? I'll be real with you. I'll be afraid to sleep that night.
Oh, you ain't lying, but my thought process is like, man, that dude can get stuff done, though, too. So I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, he's a bit too good at getting stuff done. Like, look, you can get things done, but when you're taking the initiative to get things done, now I'm scared.
That is kind of like, oh, God.
Like, at least let me, like, actually say the words.
Right.
Instead, it's like, no, clearly you wanted this. Like, man, even still.
I know, right? Oh, man, it's so bad, though. It's so bad. And his reward, though.
Show me those toes.
Show me those tootsies.
Show me those tootsies.
Show me them tootsies.
Let me get my Quentin Tarantino on.
Yes, sir.
So that might be the weirdest scene I've ever seen. Right? Yeah.
That didn't happen that episode.
No, that's the very next episode.
Okay.
The next episode is called Driftmark. And
I think that's the episode where they had that whole... Wait, what episode would that be? 7 or 8?
This episode 7.
That's 7? Okay.
Yeah. I know what Lord of the Tides is, the next episode.
This episode was about when they go to that whole family get-together, right? And they're talking about, like, how, like, the Driftmark guys died, right?
Nope, that's episode 8.
Oh, it is? Okay, well, what this one's about, though?
I legitimately don't remember. We might have to, like, double look at this one again real quick.
I think it might be easier if, like, we just, like, watch them and then do it, because I'm like, dude, like, trying to remember it. It's like,
at the very end. Well, this is what we normally do, and for audience, y'all, too. This is what we normally do, like, episode by episode. For that way, everything's fresh on our mind, instead of, what's this, episode 7? A month ago?
Right.
Of us trying to remember everything.
Because I'm like, God, my memory is bad. Especially when I'm trying to fit Breaking Bad in here, too. I'm like, God, my brain.
Still super happy you're watching it. Alright, so episode 7 is the one after Strong died and headed up to the funeral. We forgot something in episode 6, something huge.
Oh, God, what did we forget?
Damon's wife.
Oh, yeah, that's when he kills her. Yeah.
He didn't kill her. Hold on. He had no involvement in that whatsoever.
No, not this one.
No. But actually, since we're talking about that, we forgot about that, too.
Yeah, we did forget about that, too.
In episode 5, another big thing happened in the episode. It opened up with Damon killing his wife.
I was like, damn, dude. Now I remember you. Now I remember.
Yeah, no, this is the one. Episode 6 also had Damon's new wife with Lena. And oh my god. I don't think he's going to kill her.
There's some big stuff we missed, actually.
That's a big thing we missed. I legit don't think he was going to kill her.
Nah, I don't think so either, because I feel like he seen what his brother did, and like it did not work out.
Oh, at the same time, I expect her to like go and get herself burnt alive. That's just
that pride
seems
right
like
there.
a crazy way to go.
Just kill me.
What? I don't think it was like a I can't give birth, just kill me. I think it was just one of those I don't want to die to have my child live in an area I don't even want to be in.
I don't know, dude, because it felt like it was just like one of those things. I was like, I can't give birth or something like that. So she's just like, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna die here then.
Now, cause the whole time episode she's talking about like how she hates that place, how she want to go back home and have her child there and everything.
Yeah, but then you don't have a child at all then.
Yeah, but that's when you don't have a child. Now it's your husband saying he wants to murder you for you to have a child in an area you don't want to be in. So like, I get the thought process of I'm just going to kill myself and
well, the baby was already dead because, like I said, he didn't do it.
Yeah, and so you didn't do it like 100%. They were going to make it.
I still think it was also the thing of like, oh, this baby's dead, and it's like I just can't do it.
I don't think cause you almost make it sound like it's one of those I failed to be a mother, so just kill me. I don't think it's like how else like would you say it though? Just how I said it. I legit think it was. I don't want to die. I don't want to have like my child like born in a place without
failing to be a mother. Though that's still the same thing, though, right?
Failing to be a mother and because you're being murdered by someone.
Well, here's the thing. No, because he said he wasn't going to do it, and she
didn't know that.
Well, that's true, but here's the thing.
Fair, he never said it out loud, but I just really don't think he's going for it.
The reason why she did it was because, she could have had the baby at it, like where she wanted and stuff like that, right? So we're still under that impression that still be like failing as a mother, and then she kills herself because she was not able to have the kid where she wants it at, right? So you're failing as a mother right there, right? So I feel like that's why she killed herself.
You're looking at like way different extreme.
Well, don't get me wrong, it's still extreme that she killed herself.
100%. But
no matter how you look at it, you're still on the page.
It's still extreme, but to me, like in my eyes, like one makes more sense to me of I don't want my husband to murder me for my child to be raised in an area I don't want them to be in. Versus I can fail to have a child, so I die.
Well, here's the thing, though. What you're arguing is just the cause for it. I'm telling you, our cause is still the same thing because she still failed as a mother in both accounts. That's why she's killing herself. That's what I'm trying to say.
But you're right. You're saying she's dying because she failed as a mother, and her fail as a mother is why she wants to die.
Oh yeah, because like you said, you just said it yourself.
I mean, common sense. To feel free to say y'all thoughts on that. I disagree with you, dude.
Hear me out, though, right? You literally just said how she can't have the kid where she wants it at, right? Mm-hmm. So she's like, fuck it, I'm just going to kill myself. Well, you literally are failing as a mother because you can't have the kid where you want it at, right?
But no, it's not the fact that I can't have the kids where I want it at because I don't want to be there. It's I can't have the kid where I want it because my husband's going to murder me to have the kid. It's the extra detail of my husband's going to murder me for me to have the kid here.
So what would be the point of killing yourself and the baby then at that point? Because she still wants a kid, obviously, right? So the kid obviously she wants a kid. Hear me out. But your kid's already dead. She already knows that. That's what I'm telling you. She already knew the kid was dead, and she already failed at whatever she was doing.
But the kid wasn't dead at all until she burnt themselves alive.
No, that kid was dead.
Why do you assume that?
Because when she walked over there was blood all over her.
That's what happened when you're giving birth. There's blood.
To get burned alive? Did you see the kid? Tell me you see the kid, and then I'll give you it.
Yeah, because the kid got burnt too.
No, because the kid wasn't inside that fucking belly, because that kid's dead, because she's still in it.
The kid was still inside the belly.
Yeah, because the kid's dead.
The kid was still in the belly when they died, though.
Yeah, I know, because she knew that it died, motherfucker. What do you mean? What do you mean she didn't know it didn't die?
Common sense inside you on that one, because like,
nah, you literally fucked up right there.
Like you right.
You literally fucked up right there.
Like, I don't see your logic, bro.
Yeah, you see it now when I told you that the kid was still in there and it was dead, and she knew it was dead.
The kid was dead inside there. That's the thing. The kid was still in there, 100%.
Here we go, though, right?
Okay,
so you're arguing, right?
Here we go.
Okay. You're saying that she did all this because she knew Damon was going to kill her, right?
Uh-huh.
But the kid is dead inside of her, in her belly, and she's like, well, Damon's still going to kill me anyway, even though she knows that the kid is dead.
You're assuming the kid's dead.
Well, it was.
I'm assuming the kid's still alive because the Damon's coming after her to get the C-section to remove the kid.
No, David's out there like, what the fuck is you doing?
That's what I legit think Damon's doing, is what you just said. But also, I think she thinks Damon's coming to get the C-section for her. Like, Damon's like, having this baby.
I think you're literally reading too hard into it.
I think you are.
Because how is she gonna know, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna be the first one to know if that kid died. She's literally gonna be the first one, and I think she already knew, and she's just like, I'm just gonna kill myself.
I don't think it's the case.
Okay, how are you not gonna know if the kid dies if it's coming out your belly?
How would you know, dude? I don't think they got like heartbeat sensors tied up inside the ball.
Oh, there's a heartbeat. There's either one way it comes out, that kid comes out. That's one way hole. Like, I'm sorry, if it doesn't come out that hole, pretty sure it's dead. I'm pretty, like, don't call me on. I'm no doctor here, but
the kid got burned, bro. It's just like, of course it ain't gonna be whole anymore.
Because here's the thing, like later in episodes, right? We get Viscera where her kid dies, right? When they just plopped out, and like obviously you can tell it has no,
that's the one that full on just like died.
But this kid didn't even come out, so it's like I don't know where you're getting at, man. They're like, oh no, they're still alive.
It didn't come out.
I'm gonna go
so now you need a C-section, man. That's the whole point of the C-section, to get the kid out. That's the purpose of it.
Well, this was like long before that even happened. Like this was like a good couple minutes when that happened. Like C-section had to have been now.
Oh no, dude! I legitimately think it was. They would start talking about the C-section, and she just started booking it out the room.
No, because that happened later. That definitely happened later.
Night, dude. I think that was like within like a 5-minute span of time.
That's 5 minutes. That kid probably died already.
Nah.
I think
you're looking too deep.
No, I think you're looking too deep in that because, like, even if you argue that, right? Like, let's just say that did happen, right? No matter how you look at it, the reason why she still killed herself is because she failed as a mother, right? Because it's not like one of those things of like, even if you say like Damon was gonna do it, right, and she was gonna die from that C-section, don't you think that she would probably be more to it so that way the kid could survive?
No.
So you think she'd be like, hey, I'd rather just kill myself and this kid?
So that's basically what she was saying earlier in the episode, just like, I'd rather die to be in a place like this.
God, well, like, a place like this, they have birth and stuff like that, right? But, like, here's the thing, though. I don't think she would want to kill her kid, though. Right? We can both agree upon that, right? Like, I don't think she would just like, well, fuck this kid, then, because it didn't give birth in the place I wanted to be at, right?
You say that, but you forget, like, how people are in, like, those type of times, bro. Like, I legitimately think, like, in her mind, it was like, yeah, no, it is better the kid just dies than being born here.
I don't know, because like, I think she deep down knew that kid was going to die.
It's either that, or I'm gonna make an alternative decision on you. It's either that, or the idea of knowing that's being raised by Damon, somebody you know isn't gonna like the kid.
Unless like she like somehow knew that it was because like we already knew Damon didn't care about the kids because they were female. Yeah. Like that's just rarely where. Like, unless she knew that, like, it was
even if they were male, Damon would have cared. But
no, if it was a son, I feel like he would care because he's like, all right, now I got, 100%. 100%.
Like, he has 2 sons, and you still will never see him say their names in the show.
Well, here's the thing: they're still kids, though.
What's gonna be, bro? They gotta be fully grown.
Well, here's the thing, though: he's not gonna care about him right now, where he can't teach him anything. Like, what is he gonna do?
No, by the end, one of those.
Wait, let's be honest. Let's be honest. The only reason why he even cares about like if it was a son is just to pass his name and obviously teach him the stuff that he has. So like as they are now, like babies, he doesn't give a shit, right? He just cares about what they grow up to be to live that legacy, right?
Well, what legacy does he have? He ain't king.
What's up?
What legacy he has? He ain't king.
Yo, I know he ain't king, but obviously he cares about like what the next heir is or whose next thing is going on because that's like the whole purpose of the show, right? Is that Rhaenyra will be the queen, and then like possibly they could be king, right?
No, they don't become king like that. It isn't like I'm the king of this kingdom type thing. It's more so like, I mean, I'm just use real life. It's more so like how Queen Elizabeth was with her husband, who was still prince the entire time for the last 60 plus years.
Well, I know she made a deal, obviously, later on that, like, if she does become queen, then her other sons to become king, I think, right?
Well, no, her whole, are you talking about Elizabeth or you talking about Rhaenyra?
Rhaenyra.
No, her whole thing is just her main, so her firstborn one.
The what now?
Her firstborn one is the one supposed to become it, Jacaerys.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Well, either way, though, he still
even with that, it's like you think if it really mattered that much for like Daemon, he been pushing to be like, yo, why not my son? Or like our actual real born child becoming king next if something happens to you.
Well, here's the thing, though. That'll probably come in play, like, eventually, I guess. But we'll see what happens to everyone, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to die.
First, yeah.
I think a lot of people are going to die.
I say, at this point, it's like, holy shit, people are in trouble.
Yeah, but driving back to the point of, like, where she died, right? Okay. Like, I still think you're on the side of me, where I just got to say, regardless of how you look at it, like, even if she just thinks that, like, let's just say you're right? And say she did knew that the baby was alive. She still failed in a multiple account where she killed herself because she failed as a mother, right?
Like, I think it's just the way you're saying it, where like maybe you're like looking at it like maybe you're thinking about it the right way, but the words you're using
it does sound hard, because like the way it's saying it, like don't get me wrong,
I think the her being a mother has absolutely zero to do with it whatsoever.
well, here's my thing. Then why kill yourself if you don't care about it, right? Of the kid or like where it's born at. Then at that point,
that means she does care. That's the whole point of the episode. She kept talking about like how much she cares about
your mother. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell you about, right?
Where does this extra mother detail come in?
Well, the mother details because it's for the kid, right?
I guess it's for Daemon. It's for the kid too.
No,
so that case, Daemon felt like it's a father when she died.
Well, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. No matter how you look at it, is that you literally just argued the question. It's like she's doing it for the kid, which is what a mother does, right?
Damon's doing it for the kid too. Is what a dad does.
What a father does, right?
Yeah, Daemon failed as a father. Is why he felt that way.
Well, here's the thing, though. No matter how you look at it, it's still in the aspect of like.
What does that same scenario do? It's like that works the same way on Daemon too, then, right? Like he feels like he fails as a dad.
Yeah, 100%. But like, why he didn't get the C-section? I'm kind of surprised, to be honest, because
she ran.
I don't know because I legitimately don't think he was going to do it.
I don't think he was either. I legitimately don't think he was like planning on like going through.
That's why I'm like, I don't think so, man. I don't think so. Because even if, like, let's just say she was going to die, right? Like, it still does not make too much sense to me that, like, all right, I'm going to murder myself and this kid with me. Like, what do you gain? Like, what are you doing it for besides the fact that you know that this kid's dead? And you just are accepting your fate, right?
That's the thing. It's like, because literally legit what goes through my mind is the only I can assume on it, and this is like the best case scenario, what I assume is her going, Daemon doesn't like these kids. Daemon has nothing to do with the kids. At most, he only probably cared about me. If I'm gone, I don't want my kid to be in the area. I always say I don't like that. I don't want my kids in. I don't want them to be there with somebody who hates them.
Well, but then
so it's better for me to get taken out with the kid.
Okay, but if you're arguing that, then why wouldn't she just fuck it? If she's got that mindset, why the fuck wouldn't she just like have her killed and all her kids too? Then, if she doesn't like, she's just like fuck it.
I didn't have no time to. She ain't had no time to. She was running from Daemon.
But like, it's like even if you look at it that logic, it's still kind of just like it's kind of
it's a flawed ass logic. I ain't gonna say it differently.
like I'm trying to see what you're trying to reach at, but I'm like, in my theory, I feel like it works a little bit better. That she knew that kid died, it just does not want to like atone or like kind of admit to it. So she's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna kill myself. That makes more logic in my sense. Like if you know or wrong, nothing wrong, but like if you look at it right. It makes more sense that she knows that the kid's dead, and she's just like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna kill myself." Because it's like, even if Daemon was like going to do the C-section and then the kid dies, she's dead regardless, right? So might as well go out the way you want to go out, right?
And this isn't going out the way they want to go out, burning themselves.
But you see what I'm trying to get at? When you're trying to argue that, like, oh, it's just because Damon's getting the C-section, the kid's still alive. It's like, nah, dude, I don't think so. I don't think so at all.
I was gonna say, they have every episode has like this extra commentary added on where they talk about every single scene and what was going on in it. We can check out the baby scene, see what they have to say about it.
Yeah, I was genuinely curious.
Because I'm curious too.
Because I'm like, it's just hard for me to believe that this kid was still alive and she was afraid of Damon to just give a C-section because the way that the kid would be treated. So she's like, I'm just going to kill myself. I was like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, the kid being dead.
The last scene, like, it literally goes, Damon talking to the person and like, oh, we can't get the baby out. It's just stuck in there. But we do have an idea. Like I said, we could do this thing. And he mentioned the same exact thing he mentioned to Viserys about them cutting her open. And the last thing they end up saying is Damon going, well, would the mother survive? And them both turn to look to the mom. And then the next scene, you see the mom booking it down the beach.
like you even put that right.
Gotta admit, that's kind of frayed the way I'm saying it.
You know, actually, now we're talking about other points. We'll get to this point still.
Yeah,
so, like, we'll probably watch it. But even if that is framed super weird, and she still wants the kid to survive, you don't think she would just get the C-section at that point instead of just killing herself?
But I think in her mind, her getting that season and having Damon raise that kid, the child's already dead in her mind.
Now, see, that's where I'm saying, like, you're kind of reaching at that point now. Because no matter what, she's going to kill herself or she's going to die for the C-section. That makes no sense to me.
That's the thing. In her mind, her whole thought process is, I don't want to go to the season. I want to just give birth to the child normally and have it come out. I think that's her whole entire thing.
But then get blamed on by a dragon?
Yeah.
No, dude. No. You're just telling me I want to go natural. Now let me get this dragon to breathe fire. No. I don't think that's how birth works, bro.
That's exactly how it works.
All right.
We'll move on from it.
Here's the other thing that got for me, too, that I'll admit that I feel like this was kind of woke. I don't know if you feel this way because I felt this way. The whole idea of like her brother, right? The chick we're still talking about. You know, her brother is like gay, right?
The gay one, yeah.
Yeah. So Damon decides to get the money, and this is actually the time skip, right? Gets money and be like, all right, you guys fake your death right now. So that way you guys can leave from this place and never be heard of again and never say anything ever again. I was just like,
that doesn't feel like something Damon
would do. It doesn't feel like anything Damon would do. I feel like he would just murder them.
Now, I will say this, but this is something I do know. In the book, they did full on just kill them. So that's a change for the show, is that they like escaped and lived.
Oh, okay. I was like, that doesn't make any sense to me
essentially,
at all.
what it was for the books, if I understand it right, is Damon essentially hired us out. Damon told him this was the plan, and then Damon hired a whole other group to come in and kill them.
All right, that
so
makes
it's like,
more sense.
Yeah, so it's like basically Damon double crossed him and had to murder anyway when he thought they was going to live with faking all this. And I'm with you again. That makes more sense. I feel like something Damon would do more versus, oh no, y'all sneak out.
Oh, let me get this gay couple out of here so that way they can have a good happy ending. It's like, that doesn't make sense.
That just doesn't. I didn't say it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't feel like Damon.
Yeah, it doesn't really feel like Damon. Like Rhaenyra, like,
but
arguing
to be fair, and I was going to say the same thing. Rhaenyra arguing to get him murdered also doesn't seem like Rhaenyra either.
Yeah, it is kind of weird too.
So it's like, no matter which side you pick, somebody's kind of acting out of character.
Yeah, 100%.
But I feel like at least with the Rhaenyra one, with Damon being there, I can see him convincing her, be like, no, they have to die. Versus her being like, oh no, Damon, they have to live. Help them get out. Especially since it's like, this guy, the Viserys, so like legit, there's like 5 of these dudes on the freaking planet. That's somebody you could easily see being recognized, and he gets recognized, you just ruined all of this.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Like, I just can't see you taking that kind of risk. That just seems crazy.
Yeah, especially with the white dreads. Like, how you gotta not know?
Well, just shaved it off. But
yeah, still though.
I mean, just
ain't gonna grow back.
Oh man, okay, you want to run like that because not noticeable about you? I'll shade every single day.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like it definitely did not make any sense.
Nah, I'm with you. I didn't care for that scene either. That was just seemed odd.
That was stupid. And so we're talking about other big plot holes, right? So
I mean, we still got the biggest one in. Cause
we had 7.
We just finished up, right?
The biggest one. Yeah.
Or no, 6 is still they don't die. 7 is the helping them escape. Or is that 6?
No. 7 is the one where they're having that whole meal all together, right?
No, that's 8.
That's 8? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's 7?
We just looked this up. I feel bad. I'm gonna have to look it up again. We just looked it up.
I know. I have to talk about the whole pregnant mother killing. It's like
it kind of threw us both off.
It's like my thought process is like, no matter how you kind of look at it, it both is kind of stupid.
Oh yeah, no matter what. Oh, okay. I see why I forgot. But let me add that time.
I don't know if that's happened in the books and stuff like that, but I kind of was kind of like, that's kind of weird, but all right.
What's part happening in the books?
Oh, the whole like she killing herself and shit.
Oh no, no. So in the books, I kind of don't want to say it because it helps your cause a bit and fuck you. I'll bite it when I add that section in. But no, in the book, what it was she was struggling to have the child.
Yeah.
And she realized she wasn't going to make it before the child came. So she wanted to go on one last ride on her dragon before like she died and the child was born. Before she got to the dragon, she like dropped dead.
That's got even worse, actually.
Honestly.
I should not laugh.
Should I cut that?
I'm going to hell.
That's bad.
Oh. I don't know. That's up to you.
Oh, you put too much power in my hands, dude.
That's some of the most.
That's it. I do bloopers at the end of the year, man. So I might just add it for the bloopers.
I shouldn't laugh. But the thought process is that baby died. She's like, let me get on this dragon though real quick.
I'm gonna go one last ride. Paul Walker did.
Fucking just killed herself by falling off the dragon. That is immensely worse than you getting flamed on.
Well, okay, no, she didn't fall off the dragon. She like got to it and she just fell over before she got to it.
Okay. I was thinking, and this is gonna sound real fucked on my part, right? I was thinking she like was running to the dragon while she's pregnant, got on the dragon and started flying it like one last ride, and just died and fell over and just dropped on the ground, like falling. I legitimately thought in my brain that's what happened.
Oh my god. That'd be funny.
I know, that's why I was laughing, because I was like, dude, I shouldn't laugh. I shouldn't. But that's like literally what I was thinking in my head.
That's so fucking bad.
That's so fucked.
Oh my god.
I'm a horrible person.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, well, that's it.
I'm glad they didn't think that's what actually happened.
Imagine that happened in the show, though.
Oh, dude, if that happened in the show, I'm not gonna lie to you, I probably would have laughed.
I'm so fucked up.
Not gonna lie to you.
Say that's a plot word, yeah.
Like it's like that one time we went to the movies and we seen like a trailer of this horror movie and everyone's like kind of like super into it.
And at some point, laughing at hardcore with the old lady Bobby.
Yeah, dude, I started dying laughing, bro. I was like, bro, this is hilarious. And everyone was just like, what the heck is this dude laughing about? I was like, nobody finds this elderly old lady dancing.
Butt-ass naked.
Yeah, butt-ass naked. It does not find this funny. Like, I'm not crazy, am I?
I was laughing with you.
That shit was funny. Like, that shit was so funny, dude. I was like, oh my god, this is hilarious.
Like, they didn't make it scary. I'm sorry.
I know, I was
scary.
It was funny, too, because all of the friends were laughing and stuff, too, and I was dying, bro. I was like, bro, I can't contain this.
Oh my god, because you don't see that. That's so fucking weird.
No, it's like, who finds it scary? An elderly lady just boogieing?
Boogieing fucking naked.
Alright, we're getting off topic.
It's worth it.
Oh, man, I'm terrible person still.
Oh yeah, no, the dragon comic by itself.
The dragon one was pretty funny, honestly. Okay. On lighter news, that dragon is cool though.
Oh yeah, big giant dragon, man, the biggest one of them all.
Yeah, dude, he's ginormous. I'm like, oh, sweet mother of
dude,
God.
we see his. We'll talk about it at the last episode. We see a silhouette in the clouds, and it just keeps going and going, and I'm just oh.
And I was like, this is a big freaking dragon. He's taking up this whole entire freaking area. I'm like, oh my God.
Dude, this would kind of hurts me. Okay, he was talking about, our Martin talking about, like, his timeline of the world, like, how he has everything basically planned out for, like, up to 500 years-ish.
Yeah.
And he's saying, like, oh, yeah, there was another dragon about 3 times bigger than that one. That was Aegon, like, the original first prince, like, his old dragon that was still alive. But it had just died by the start of the series, like, 10 years ago.
Ah.
And I'm like, oh, dude, I would have loved to see that thing around.
Yeah, same. That would have been super cool to see.
It reminded me of the Hunter x Hunter scene, a game riding on a monster that's on top of a monster.
That'd be kind of dope.
You see this big giant dragon, like, oh, that's a big dragon. You see the second one country, that's like, oh, that's a really big dragon. You see like a third of them coming.
Like, oh, God, dude. I'd be like, I'm done.
Which, I was saying while we're on that topic real quick, too. Respect to him for being a peaceful king, because to me, if I had...
You gotta turn the cheek hard. Like, man.
Dude, I'm sorry, but it's like, I can't imagine, like, any war you go to not ending in your favor. Like, 13 dragons is how many they had. Dude, you send 2 in. I think that's GG for whatever army you're fighting against.
Oh, no, they're done. They're legitimately done.
They're done.
The only reason why those crap people even stood
in caves.
After hiding in the cabin.
And even to the cave ones, but like, all right, cool, I'm going to take one of the small baby ones, and they're going to go on in there.
Yeah, just go, all right, go to town.
But no, dude, it's just like, honestly, God, I hate to say, I'd probably be a tyrant, dude. It's like, oh, you don't like this? All right, cool.
So, like, I personally, in terms of the houses, I kind of like the Starks the most, just because I like the symbol.
Starks always been that's also a dope symbol. But I will say this too. We're going to get to that when we hit episode 9. But shout out to the Stark dude in charge in that time frame. Where it's like, you see all these guards in this room, and it tells us like, you're going to break your oath to the queen? You're going to pledge to the new king that's about to crown? Mm-hmm. And we ain't going to open up that door till you say you do. And the Stark dude's going, nah, I made an oath.
Like, what a goddamn G.
Dude.
What a fucking G, dude.
Respect to every single Stark that's ever lived, man.
They're fucking G's, bro.
Because you a bad dude when you're in a room with a bunch of dudes you know is ready to kill you.
And you're just like,
and you just go.
And
that's not even doing what the other guy doing, just lying and then change your mind when you leave. Instead of just full on, nah.
Fucking kill me then, bitch. Fucking kill me then.
Not even blinking an eye, dude.
Like, I will admit, like, that's the shit that got me when they were talking about, like, later in the episodes, where like, we already got people talking to House Stark and all this other stuff.
Ain't gonna listen.
Oh yeah, when Aemon was talking to him, he's like, I already got my brother going to talk to Starks, and they're already on board. I was like, man, you murdered their dad. You think this motherfucker's gonna be on your guys' side? Hell no.
I thought the Baratheon dude was. I was like, really, man?
Like, even if you lie about it, right? Like, oh, your dad died of wine. He drank some bad wine, and and
the other people who died too.
no. Well, just him though. I was like,
just him? Okay.
I castle.
Oh shoot! Even though they still brought in the one with the biggest dragon there, though. I won't lie to you. It still was going to be like we're making a last stand right here, right now. But
you seen that Stark with those 3 other guards over there?
Like, didn't even care.
He's a motherfucker. He's a top G, bro. He's an Andrew Tate, bro. He doesn't take anything from nobody.
You stupid.
That's a joke. Don't cancel me.
Don't worry. I did this just in case.
You always got to play your cards.
I always got to play your card. But yeah, no, dude. It's like, honestly lost all respect to the Baratheons the moment that dude was just like, well, he came over here and he promised me a marriage. Who you going to marry?
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, screw you, dude.
Like, get out of here, dude. Like,
killed your dad. And you know they did.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit. He's just like, man, I'm king now. Hell yeah.
Oh my god! But we'll get to that one. We still gotta we still gotta hit up episode 7 if we keep bringing it up.
The big plot hole. Yeah.
Well, no. We still got that one. That's 9. That's 9.
Oh, no. 9's not the big plot hole.
Oh, 9's the big one.
Isn't it 8?
No, 8's the family dinner.
Is that the family dinner?
Yeah, 8's the family dinner.
No, because that can't be, because didn't she come back? Or didn't she escape from, like, the whole castle, like, by 9? So there's no way it could be.
No, that happened, so she escapes in episode 9.
Uh-huh.
And that's the whole episode where she gets on the dragon to escape, too, in that same episode.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. But, to knock out, like, the big highlights of 7 was being Allison going crazy, pulling that knife on Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be real. That's kind of like the big moment of the episode.
Yeah, we also missed that part where Aemon got his eyes cut off, too.
Oh, yeah. No, that's the same episode, too. Yeah, because he goes over to her dragon, gets the dragon. Can we talk about prophecy, girl?
Yeah, I know. I've noticed in that. I was like, that's weird.
Oh, every single time. Even that one, too. Like, well, someday I'm going to have a dragon. Yeah, but it's going to cost an eye. He finally loses an eye if he gets the biggest dragon.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, damn, dude, what the hell?
Like, yeah, I'm gonna know like what's up with that. But I'm guessing. So this is the thing that kind of got me, and something that like Damon said. I was like, I wonder if it ties into that. But when he kept on saying, "Oh, Targaryens aren't about dreams; we're about dragons. We're all about dragons," and you think back to like the dagger that her dad told her about. It was like, oh yeah, this was like the first king's like his dream. And now you're hearing about this other girl who's has these weird dreams. She keeps mentioning to people.
Mm-hmm.
So legit, I wonder how that's going to tie in.
I think it's going to just show the Song of Fire and Ice.
Well, this is something that kind of gets me. In Game of Thrones, they don't know about that. The only person who knows about it is Lord of Light Girl. Which we don't know how that's the case either.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
So, the idea that like the only person who knows about it at all right now is Rhaenyra. Who doesn't have the dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Aegon
Which Aegon does, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's interesting. There's a lot that can go down with that. Because I'm gonna be real with you, I feel like even if they know, nothing's gonna change, huh?
Maybe that prophecy girl is the one who starts the Lord of Fire.
Oh shoot!
Mm-hmm.
Cause we ain't seen none of those dudes yet. We know they've been around for like all this time too.
That's like maybe the start of it. Because
like could be
somebody talked to her, and then like she gave a prophecy to somebody. He's like, "Oh my god, you can see into the future."
And it just kind of builds from that. Yeah, I can see it. Oh, that'd be cool. I can see it.
Yeah, I can definitely see it.
Shoot. Honestly, while we're on it, let's hop into 8.
What's up?
I had to cough. My bad. Let's hop into episode 8.
Okay.
Because episode 8 is like, that's to me, it's like 8 to the end are just like 10 out of 10 episodes back to back.
Yeah, 8 and 9 are definitely 10 and 10s for sure.
Just one thing.
Like some of the best.
I feel like you were Loki, but this was just that one thing in 9 that just hits me so hard.
Yeah, I know. That's the.
That's gonna be like the big rant of the app right there, y'all. But dude, episode 8 though. Man, first time you see Viserys, like how withered away dude is, and you find out Otto's back, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I was like, why would you bring this man back?
Why would you bring back Otto?
Like, this man is gonna kill you.
You know you can't trust him.
And then, bro, they're giving him like a bunch of like these drinks.
They're keeping him fucking drugged.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, bro.
What's the same thing Damon said they were just like, as soon as we leave him alone, they'll start poisoning his tea.
There's actually kind of 2 plot holes that kind of make me go, like, that's kind of like,
You consider the Otto one? Because I would.
What's up?
You consider the Otto plot hole one? Because I do. Him bringing back Otto.
the other one I was gonna bring up too was the one where he talks about how he wanted Aegon to be king and stuff like that, and you just don't know what he's talking about.
The fact that he said it to her,
Aegon the Conqueror, yeah.
Like I'm gonna say, I don't like it, but like I will say like this much credit to it. Earlier in the episode, he mixes up his daughter for her when they're talking. So I can easily see him doing the opposite, mixing up her for his daughter.
Yeah, I know.
But at the same time, it's like, he didn't give you like the full story with me. He gave you like enough details that you should have easily went, oh, you're not talking about me. Like, this clearly doesn't relate to me and like my son.
No, she literally heard like one sentence. It was like, Aegon. Oh, you want Aegon to be king? I was like, and then he's like, Aegon
the prince that was promised.
Yeah, exactly. Talking about the whole Song of Fire, obviously.
But a Song of Fire that she's never heard, and nobody knows but Rhaenyra. So, like, to me, it's like, I'm devil advocate, Nick. I still think it's stupid. But, like,
it is.
I can see somebody, like, getting, like, pieces of that and being like...
she's reaching for sure.
She's reaching. 100% she's reaching. But I can still see somebody, like, I can see him trying to make the argument that just, like, well, like I said, like, he cared about, like, her son, like, more than I thought he did.
I was like,
on
I don't know.
But I'm like,
his entire time, he didn't give up. Like, that's the David argument right there. That's the David one where he's like, he did not care about those girls. Not even a little bit.
Not once. The entire time. And now you can tell me on his deathbed, he wanted him to be king. Over his daughter, who he's defended. He even that same exact day.
I know.
He still defended her. And you go, oh no, like I said, right here on his deathbed, his true colors came out. He wanted our son to be king.
I was like, bro,
whatever. Whatever.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I was like, that's a plot hole that I'll probably put up there too. Not the biggest, but definitely like a kind of a plot hole. You know what I mean?
It goes back to that thought process of like, and I'm gonna bring the books up again for it. The idea of knowing that like in the books, she just went with it. She went, he's dead, Rhaenyra is gone. I still want my son to be king. Now's my best time to make some moves.
Yeah, I would have been perfectly okay with that. I'd be like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
But it's the fact that we gotta like go hardcore to try to make her like almost an anti-hero. It's just like you don't know who you want to root for. You want to root for like Alicent on her side.
On purpose for sure. Yeah,
but I think they fucked up. That's the thing. Like I feel like I can't see somebody going through this show and being like, yeah, I'm on Alicent's side.
I'm on Alicent's side and
like,
Rhaenyra. Like even the Rhaenyra stuff too. Like even then, it still wants you to pick a side because like the whole like the saving of the other her husband, right? That makes no sense.
Oh no, not at all.
Not at all. Like they're literally trying to make a team.
But like, I hate to say this, even if they did that, even if they like actually killed the husband, like they really should have during that part, I still feel like the show leans so heavily on Rhaenyra that I can't see somebody going, even with that last episode, after everything that Alicent and her family did, I can see somebody going to her side and being like, yeah, you know what? Her and everything that happened on her side of King's Landing, that's the side that I think is right. Not Rhaenyra's and Daemon. No. Like, no, I'm sorry, dude.
Especially when you see Aegon in that episode, I think, like, trying to hide and stuff like that. And this kid is, like, has his own
even when they're fighting in a fucking pit, dude. They're fighting in a pit.
No.
I'm sorry. I'm not on this dude's side.
No, not even a little bit. This dude's a freaking
like, a perfect eater, but holy shit, she's so much better than him.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, it's not even like a choice.
It's not even a competition.
No, dude, like Aegon's like, and he's like fucking and I'm like, oh my god, dude.
I'm also gonna have to censor that word because YouTube, but
well, I don't know what else you'd call it, YouTube. I'm just gonna tell you how it is.
I hate it too. This is a YouTube thing.
Like, I understand it's a disgusting thing. Don't get me wrong. I'm there with
100%.
But I'm like, this is some like Joffrey like level of like, oh, this is bad.
It is, and that's the thing. Like, dude does feel like a Joffrey. Like, this is before him, so Joffrey like 0.5. Like, he's bad. He's so bad.
Like, oh god, this is pretty bad. I'm like, oh no, man.
And it make it so bad too. It's like it's not even just him. His entire family is still equally as bad. All don't getting people murdered inside the freaking capital.
Like, if you don't agree with us, we're gonna fucking murder you right here, right now.
Like, what? Then the middle child, too. As psychotic as that dude seems to be.
Right.
Like,
I will admit, he fits the bill a little bit more because that man can fight and stuff like that, and he's, like, actually smart until that next episode, which we'll get to after. Where you're like, I'm going to be real. Hey, man, what were you thinking? What were you thinking?
Well, I mean, even to that, you kind of see it after, like, the first little mini time skip again, where they're in the yard and they see him for the first time with the eye patch on. He's just like, oh, and my nephew's coming to train. Like, you could tell he still had a freaking grudge against him.
Oh, for sure he did. But
even in this episode, the line that broke me. They had that dinner, and he's just like, and you see Luke staring at him in his eye. He stands that knife on the table and just goes, I want to make a toast.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, oh, to my nephews for growing up big, healthy, and strong. I was like...
And then when he punched him, Amon, he didn't even phase. He was like, oh, okay.
That dude's a freaking menace.
The best part was when Damon got up and he just stared him down and he just didn't do shit. He was like, all right.
He knows who's in charge, man. I'm going to be real with you. I feel like Amy could take on Damon in the fight.
Nah, I don't know.
Well, to me, my thought process still turns into Cole looks like he really is kind of either even with him or just barely underneath Aiden right now. And we know for a fact Cole messes up Damon.
True, but this is also a long period of time now. I feel like Cole might have lost it a little bit because that man can't handle certain things now. Like,
what else is Cole doing in his life, man? Other than just training and just being in the yard.
Well, here's the thing, though. Damon actually has some world life experience now, too, now.
Well, what else are you considering that Cole doesn't have for him?
Like that whole war they fought in. Like,
the reason they even hired Cole, because Cole been in wars. That's why they picked him to be inside the Kingsguard.
You are right about that, but I think it was like only one war he's been in, where I think Damon's been in a couple now at this point.
Well, the ones he's done. He's only done the one with the crab people.
Is it just the crab people? Well, I'm pretty sure maybe somewhere in the books they might talk about other stuff he's done.
No, still just that one.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's
also that time period
coming up, but
yeah, obviously there's one coming up. That's going to be bad.
Yeah.
There was also the time period where he had like the whole group of squad of people where he was like going out, but I think he still lost to Cole. Even I don't know if that's before that time period or after.
Which part you talking about? With those on the bridge?
No. This was like pre-time skip. If you remember when
hit me with it.
When he gets that mercenary group that he's like going around like bodying people and stuff like that. I think he's still no. That was after. That was after he got bodied by Cole. So there's stuff like that. Don't get me wrong.
Well, so even with that, when you saw the whole mercenary people thing, he was going after peasants who weren't like who just broke laws. When he was like chopping off tongues and everything.
Oh damn!
It was just literally like regular ass people.
Ah, gotcha. Well, I don't know, man. I'm still going to give it to Damon, in my opinion. I think Damon is stronger because I think he's got more experience in terms of dragon stuff like that and everything else.
See, in my mind, the way I kind of see it, I'm like, at this point, Damon's quote-unquote became like a family man. So I feel like that's kind of like
I don't think he's
him down versus Cole, who's just like, his whole mind just been, I want revenge over there.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a motivator, dude. I feel like that's a motivator for real. Besides that, though, I will say this: the highlight of the episode for me was that freaking like when they're all inside the room and Otto's sitting on the throne and they're trying to like see like who's gonna be the new like Lord of Driftmark.
Yeah,
and Viserys comes into the room, and I legit got like FF15 Noctis vibes with the "off my throne, Jester." The king's there. I got that for freaking Viserys.
I was lit on it.
Looked at it just like, the king is sitting on his throne today, Otto. I was like, Viserys.
I just love Otto. Your grace.
Your grace. But dude, even when he sat on the throne, I don't know if you noticed it, that's the only time in the entire show he didn't cut himself while he was sitting on it.
Ooh.
I don't know if you noticed it, but I noticed that.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
I noticed that. He didn't cut himself on it. That was the only time in the show he sat and didn't cut himself.
Oh, wow. That's wild.
Like, that's so cool to me.
That's some good details, man.
And the small things that you'll miss too that I really love. Like,
that's really
I'm
good.
sure there's like crap ton of things I didn't even catch. But I know that those two things with the prophecy I told you about, he's like, oh shoot, you're right, and then this now.
Right. I think that's where the Lord of the Light starts, I think, in my opinion. No,
I will admit the girl.
It doesn't make me feel any better knowing that too, because I'm like, it's cool context, but then I'm like, well, I know where that leads, and that leads to fucking nowhere.
Well, this is that thing that, and I'm gonna throw Angry Joe like into the bus with like Alex and with him, where at the end of the day we know like where all the roads lead, and all the roads lead back to the episode season 8 of Game of Thrones.
Right, exactly.
And, like, that kind of hurts. But my thought process kind of, when we're in a whole different time period with like whole entirely different events going on, yeah, I know how things will end up like hundreds of years from now, but I can't hate it over that. Same with how I feel with Star Wars. Like, I can't like watch stuff going on. High Republic sucks. I can't watch stuff going on Old Republic time and be like, oh, right, well, I know how the sequels end, so this is still kind of trash. Like, no, I can still take things like as it is in the eras that's happening.
Oh, I'm not knocking it a point because of that. Don't get me wrong. Okay. No, I will admit, it does make me feel like a bad taste in my mouth. I'm not going to lie to you. It's like,
Which I get it. I get
that. It just makes you like, oh, man, this could have been so much better and stuff. Because, like, if I'm being honest with you, when it comes to Game of Thrones, I would love to see more of the other houses, even if, like, all the roads lead the same. Don't get me wrong. Mm. I would like to see some of these characters. I'm like, I would love to see the Stark.
Varros, dude. I want to see people from, like, the Starks. Otto. I want to see the Hightowers doing stuff.
The House of Martinez. Let's go. Martinez? The best house.
Nah, I don't go that far. But there's some good ones out there. There ain't no Starks. Man, they're not, I don't even watch a Lannister show, if I'm real with you.
Oh, dude, the Lannisters are lit.
Like, the Lannisters are freaking great.
No, I will admit, all the houses in, and obviously this one are all background characters pretty much, but it still is pretty cool, though.
Well, I feel like what I'm hoping on is that they're setting up we'll see more of them in season 2.
Right.
Since now it's like we're at the whole point of the book. Like, I will say, like, book-wise, going to that in the show, we just finished, like, the first chapter.
That's insane.
I know. Because everything really gets started with, as they kept mentioning the whole show, the Dance of the Dragons.
Mm-hmm. Which makes sense.
The big giant war between the two families. And it also goes into the thing, too, of, like, I wouldn't have had mine if the show just started with that final time skip. And that was episode 1, and we just built to this.
I legitimately think they did that is because of they want to make more money, and like I get it. I think that's 100%. That's the reason why.
There's the thing that kind of gets me too. Is like I'm worried to see how they end up handling like releasing the seasons of this, because I was hearing talk that we won't see the next season until 2024,
which is like, oh god,
that's too far out. But we'll see, because like if this comes out like yearly, I can see it being dope, but also I can't see it lasting too long either. Like, I feel like this...
Yeah, because you only lead one big thing, right?
Yeah. So, like, this is like, what, 3 seasons then, right?
Maybe. I don't know how hard they drag it. I'm hoping they just drag it to one more season and that's it. That's what I'm hoping for, but I don't know.
The only reason why I say 3 is because, like, I again, that crazy spoiler for Game of Thrones, but I know how things play out after the Dance of the Dragons. And I feel like because of what this show is and the characters it follows, we have to see that aftermath. It's like how I'm for Boys, where it's like, I know what the final big season should be, but because of how it ends, I know what should happen afterwards.
So you just gotta
wrap
see
it
that.
up. Like, you gotta like tie that bow together and actually end that story.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You gotta see that send off.
Yeah. And that's kind of like my thoughts on all that. We'll see. To kind of quickly hit on this, because we still got the big one that we've been holding back on.
Yeah, I know.
Why did she not burn them with the dragons?
Episode 9.
Episode 9.
Episode 9. You literally see them in front of you with your dragon. You literally, all you have to do is just tell it to burn them on fire. That's it. You won.
It's like you knew there was a possibility they were planning on killing you. if you didn't side
and you still was just like, they alright. They alright. They can live. Like, really?
To the other side to basically tell them get ready for war. And also, I would say shout out to Damon for being in the audience and being like, "Why the fuck didn't you burn them?" I did not expect him to say that.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Damon's like, "Bitch, why the fuck you didn't fucking do this shit?" And she's like, "Oh well, that's not my fight." Bitch, what you mean?
Oh my god, girl.
Girl, what you mean?
And the same thing I told you last week, I'm saying it now, dude. It's like now, Lucas, like his death, that's on her hands. She should have stopped that.
Yeah, she literally could have stopped that.
Like, that's one. And that list is going to keep on getting bigger.
Yeah, a lot of people could have not have died because of her now. A lot of people. Because she was just like, I can't kill them right now.
Pick a side.
Like, what, girl, what you mean? Like, I can't believe that.
That got me. That got me so bad. I will say, besides that, like, if you cut that scene out, the episode's a 10 for me. Like, I really enjoy everything that happened in it.
Oh, 100%.
Even if, like, the things that happened in it were, like, so fucked. Oh, from the holding the people hostages at the office, like, making them, like, swear their loyalty. Yeah. Not telling the people the king is dead. Like, keeping it sealed up in there. Find out about how messed up Aegon is, all the stuff he's been doing in the city.
Dude, like, yeah, when you figure out, like, what he's been doing.
Son's fighting in a pit, dude.
I'm like, bro, there's so much messed up this kid has been doing. I'm like, my God.
And I'm going to say that, too. Like, I don't know if I just missed the scene or what. The fact that Aemon did not kill him.
Aemon was thinking about letting him go so that way he could become king, but he was just like, nah, I'm good. I was surprised on that. I would have left him go.
He said he would leave and everything. And, like, I feel like I have to just deal with Cole. I feel like it's just because, like, Cole's there specifically.
Yeah, if Cole wasn't there, he definitely would have done it.
Because it just still seems okay. Obviously, Aemon wants it.
Yeah, obviously he does.
But the fact that he was just like, oh, no, it's cool. Aegon can go. Also, old girl holding him hostage. And her only request being, I want to put an end to the fighting pits.
Like, cool.
Like, all right,
and this dude was going to become king, and you know what he likes doing? Watching these kids fight. So you think that's really going to go away?
So let's let him still become king, but get rid of the fighting pits. Like,
Get rid of these fighting pits, though. I was like, bitch, that's all you're getting out of this? And some money?
And to be fair, I guess, like, the thought process behind her is, you see how dangerously powerful I am. I can get what I want if I want to get it.
And even then, I'm like, bro, this, you're gonna say you're that strong than the fucking king with all his fucking armies and dragons?
Kind of, yeah, man. When you rule it for the shadows, that hardcore.
Maybe, but even then, though, what are you gonna do? Just like, oh, well, I can stop a dragon. I'd like to see you try.
Nah, man, it's more so like I took it as, oh, you can just wake up dead one day. Like, you're just laying in bed and just have somebody slit your throat when they're like changing your pillow.
No, you know they're definitely gonna kill somebody, and like you can quote me on this, right? It's definitely through wine. It has to be, right? Like poison. It has to be poison related, like through the.
I'm gonna be real with you, dude. Like, maybe I'm looking too 100%. Deep into it. Maybe I'm looking too deep into it. I can see her doing some straight up connecty type stuff, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like poisoning, like the wine.
Oh no, you say poison? No, I mean like how Jason did Kaneki, like that full on torture.
Like,
I can see them doing some stuff. I can see them doing some stuff. That's legitimately the vibe she kind of gives off.
Like, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. That other dude who's chopping out the tongue, who's working with Allison. He's in like cahoots with her.
Oh yeah, I forgot. He's like,
that in mind.
I don't know. Yeah.
So go ahead and say what you want to say, but remember that. And still say you still can't see it.
But the other thing I was gonna say is that, like I said, the only thing I could think that would be dangerous is the fact that she can, like, she knows everything about it and, like, can poison him very easily, or anyone she wants, obviously, because that's like the number one thing in like medieval times, like poisoning of the wine. You know what I mean? And like poisoning of like their food and shit.
See, again, you'll like, and again, they're like secretists. I can see poison being a thing. I could full on see the way she was talking about stuff, and the fact that even the queen's most loyal person came to her and basically gave her all the information about everything for her to kidnap dude. To me, all that screams to me is, if I want, I could John Wick Chapter 2 and have everybody in your kingdom to pull out swords at the same time pointing towards you.
Like, oh, God.
You just don't know. Like, that's just how it struck me, dude. Like, she just has, like,
her society. She plays a bigger plot, because I'm like, what she gained out of it was not worth.
I don't know, not at all. Not even a little bit. That's why I'm thinking
you are like a shadow lady where you could just do all this stuff in the dark, right? Like, even if that's the case, it's like, bro, what you got out of it was shit.
Like, get me wrong, it's still a good thing, but it just seems so minor compared to what's happening.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So we'll end up seeing.
We'll definitely see. I'm not too sold on that. You could argue is like, I'll probably nitpick on that one, but I could see somebody arguing that that's kind of a plot hole.
I'm gonna say that. It's just more so seems almost silly.
Yeah, it is silly.
But besides that, we had. I mean, this is the next episode. We had one of the twins leave because his brother betrayed him.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, there really like a lot happened in the episode. But the episode really was just kind of go.
Yeah, it is like really good. I think I speak for everyone. But my favorite part was definitely that confrontation.
With the whole like,
Damon.
Oh, with Damon. Damon's not even in the episode now.
Aemon.
Oh, Aemon. With his brother?
Oh no! Wait! No! We're in the same episode, right? Episode 9 is when he goes to that castle, right?
No, that's 10.
That's 10?
That's 10.
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay,
yeah.
Never mind.
And in which case, no, that's 100% the best part of the episode.
It is the best part of that whole episode.
No, like, honestly, like, with this one, I feel like the highlight moment for me would probably end up being the whole getting Stark and everybody else to, like, pledge their allegiance. Him going, no.
Getting murdered.
Like, that might be for personal reasons, but, like, that scene just was like, oh my God, dude, respect.
Dude, I was just like, dude, they are just killing.
Or the pit, because the pit, I don't know why that's the scene so incredibly fucked up to me.
It was. It definitely.
Like, that was, to me, it's like, out of the entire show, that might be the scene where I was just like, dude, what the fuck? Like, come on. That's bad.
That is bad.
Even her when she's riding the carriage back with her and taking her to the couch, it's just like, do you love me, Mom? You're an imbecile.
Yeah, I know. I was like, dang.
Like, Jesus Christ. That didn't feel comfortable either with that smile he had when everybody started cheering for him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was that. I legit got that Joffrey vibe. We was like, people love me.
They love me.
I can do whatever I want.
It's that Homelander where he's like laser beamed that dude and everyone was like cheering him on still.
He's like, people love me.
I was like, oh no.
Oh, so that's so that was a good ep. I will say the Rhaenyra side of it is a lot more tame.
What?
That's the final episode.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
I do feel like compared to that one, like, not a whole lot happened overall.
No.
It kind of was just more so like picking out like who's going to be on our side against all this. Basically saying we're the underdog. Again, why I keep saying it don't feel like they want me to root for Allison.
They really don't, but it does make it feel like you do want to pick a side, though, for sure.
Yeah. But it does do that much, and I give that to them. But the issue is they made the side you want to pick. They made the good choice the obvious good choice.
Yeah, I know, right?
Where, like, and I kind of wish we had this, but people were telling me, too, like, even in the books, they were still side-based, but it made it seem real known. It's like, oh, no, neither one of these, like, Rhaenyra and Allison, neither of them are good people. They're both, like, essentially evil.
Yeah, it's like, that. See, I would have rather liked that more, because it makes it more enticing.
Yeah. Versus this, where, like, you really don't get that here. Even, so maybe Game of Thrones is just, like, the show where you pick sides. Even the OG, it really was, whose side do you want on the throne when this is all over? Do you want Baratheons? Do you want Stannis?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the Lannisters should win? Do you think the Starks should finally win? So like that was kind of cool.
That is really cool, but let's be honest. The obvious answer was Stark. Come on now.
Even though Starks didn't really make it. Well, Danny. I feel like Danny was probably the obvious answer, in my honest opinion.
Which one?
I feel like Danny was the obvious answer.
Yeah.
Over the Starks. But even to that, the fact that even with that, we still have two people we feel were obvious answers on entirely different sides. Mm-hmm. That's cool. This, you don't really get that. No. This is the correct one.
And you clearly see on which side it's like, all right, this is the better option, literally.
Literally.
Anyone who says otherwise is just not wrong.
There's it's only because it seems like this make me kind of squeamish. Like there was a whole thing with like her baby where like that was like born.
Oh yeah, I was like,
okay, yeah,
that made me dead.
That just makes me squeamish. I'll just be real. I don't got a lot of things like that in the world, but that's one for some reason.
I wasn't too squeamish on that one. It's like more detail stuff, like like with the cutting and stuff like that. Like even like the eye thing for Aemon, right? Mm-hmm. That gave me kind of squeamish. I was like, ugh.
Really, the eye thing did.
I don't know anything that's like delicate or like that's something I need or something like that. Yeah,
something you'll eat.
No, need.
Oh, okay.
Like like if you get like striked in like a certain part of your like where your leg is, right, or where your feet is, like a certain nerve where it like helps you like walk and shit like that.
Well, it's like if you want somebody to step on a thumbtack or something. Like, you see them get ready to step on it, like, all right, I'll cringe a little bit. Like, oh, no.
Ugh, like, it gets me real. I was like, ugh.
I'm going to be, like, grossed out, but I'll be like, oh, no. Like that.
Like, it makes me feel it, and I'm like, I don't like that.
Yeah, that I'm with you. I don't know what eyes will be, but I get you what you're still saying with that, though.
Nah, dude, it just gives me kind of squeamish. I'm just like, ugh.
Oh, that's sad. Nah, like, the big highlight of the episode, honest to God, was just Lucas going to that confrontation.
Yeah. That shit was so good. When Aemon fucking was like, oh, you think you could just get here and then talk about my brother and how he's not king? It's like, I want your eye. I want your goddamn eye. I was like, oh, shit.
Dude, that moment, you can tell that moment just, like, affected him for life. You can just tell.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Oh, my God. It's like, what, 10 years later at this point?
Yeah, literally.
It's still on your mind.
I like when he took off his eye patch. You see the eye.
Jewel?
Yeah, it's a sapphire. I was like, bro.
Holy crap, that's hardcore.
I was like, that's cool.
I guess what's the reason behind that?
Why not? Fuck it,
fashion? Dude. You got an eye patch on.
All right, and you need something to fill in that hole. You might as well put a gem in it.
Do you need something to fill in the hole?
Yeah, a little bit.
His dad did it. His dad just left a giant hole on his face with a mask over.
Yeah, exactly. He put a mask over it, though. Still,
he had an eye patch over. There you go.
But no, he had a whole face mask, though, out of gold, though.
Which is kind of dope, if I'm honest.
Honestly, if you would have had, like, a gold, like, eye patch, then I'd give it to you. Then I'd be like, all right, yeah, there's no reason for that.
Eye
patch. You gotta show off that bling, bro. Come on.
Yeah, I just like the whole... Show off the bling. You got a dragon, bro. I was like, what's that dude with long, flowing, self-rough hair with an eye patch on a dragon? All right, no, man, respect. You're intimidating.
Yeah, then you got a sapphire where you get serious, when you take off the eye patch.
That's a bit much. Dude, like, at that point, like, nah, you're trying a bit too hard.
No, you're just like, oh, this dude's got drip on.
Got drip?
Like, it makes sense. Like, personally, I want to get a sapphire. I'd probably get an emerald.
That'd be kind of cool.
You see, like, emerald just feels like it just...
that one works a bit more.
Right?
Maybe that's it. Maybe it's just because like, you just have like a giant blue rocky or just some kind of...
Yeah, it just doesn't hit. Like, even a ruby.
A ruby was one I was thinking you was going to say. Well, like, that would be kind of cool, too.
Like, yeah.
Blinding
the reason why I said emerald, because I'm like, all right, that's too obvious if I said ruby.
Was stand and to me, in my mind, it's like, you're always on a dragon that's also green.
Yeah, it makes sense, right?
Yeah, so I'm like, that checks out to me. But
I don't know. Would you lose the eye patch just to show off that emerald eye, though? I feel like I would.
In that scenario, yeah, I would. Over the sapphire one, for sure.
Well, I definitely wouldn't use sapphire. I personally would use emerald.
That's what I'm just like, dude. I feel like if I was just chilling in my day-to-day, I'll just leave the eye patch on, man. I feel like you get more cool factor from that than the freaking than the pirate jewel in your eye.
Nah, dude, that jewel hits home, bro. All right, that shit hits.
Like, what that dude needs now is a cutlass and a revolver, and the Joker would be like his own version of Jack.
That'd be kind of lit.
Oh, that said though, the moment Lucas shows up, he sees that dragon's shadow rise up.
Oh, I was like, dude, you need to run.
Dude, I won't lie, that for me, that was like abort, nope, no one even bother talking. Go back home, like, Mom, it was too late.
I literally would have left. Like, the thing that got me though is like, I understand he wanted payback, but like, what did you think was gonna happen when you started chasing that man?
Well, I legitimately think he was just playing around. Like, he just wanted to, like...
Oh, he was, but I'm like, bro, that dragon is fucking
But keep in mind, I'm going to add this in, too. It wasn't necessarily just him, either. Even Lucas with his dragon, it flew over, and he kept yelling, like, no, stop, don't do this, Tyrant! And then shot that fire blast at him. Mm-hmm. Whereas, like, so both of them lost control.
Oh, they definitely both lost control, but the problem is one's bigger than the other.
Oh, one's so much bigger than the other.
One is way bigger than the other, and I was like, "This is gonna end badly." Because he regretted it. It was that face he made when that shit happened. Where he was like, "Oh fuck,
no!" It was just the biggest. I'm in trouble.
Like, oh my god, I just started a legit war because of this. Fuck me. That was like legitimately the best part.
I'm always trying to like hold back on what I know for the book. I don't want to go like too far ahead of the show or anything. But I was curious. I went to see like how they did that scene in like the books, and I honestly got the shows better. I like it more.
How the book did it? Because I'm like that moment was good.
The book, Aiden was just fucking ruthless. He was just like, oh no, like I said, I got this motherfucker here, and I want to have fun with him.
Oh shit!
So like, not only was it like he killed him like that dude like paraded his body for low.
Really? Oh, that's definitely more brutal.
Yes. Versus this one where I kind of like it more where it's just like, oh, it's fucked up.
Yeah, this one definitely hits better.
Not the plan. I was like, I like that more.
I do like that way more.
Oh, that's sad though. That's House of D. And again, like out of the big triple threat people had was this, Rings of Power, and Witcher. Witcher wins.
Like, I will admit, Witcher definitely wins. Like, I'm just like, I don't know how you guys can compare those. Like, personally, I've never seen the Lord of the Rings show. Maybe I'll give it a shot eventually.
You're an actual Lord of the Rings fan, so tell me how you feel.
Yeah, I love it,
dude. Because I've never seen it in the movies, but like, it just did not. No.
I seen something about what they talk about Sauron, and I'm like, bro, you better be fucking joking.
I sent you a message about like what I heard. Somebody told me. I was like, I wonder what your reaction to this is.
You better be fucking joking, because Sauron is like one of the coolest characters in Lord of the Rings. And you're gonna tell me that this shit happened? I was like, oh, that's not very Cash Money at all.
I will say this much: it's like as far as like big fantasy shows, though, I do think we're eating good right now.
Yeah, we're eating pretty good, honestly. There's some highlight ones.
Like there's some things like the Witcher prequel show, which we'll check it out in December, y'all. We'll like give it a watch.
If they would have done the houses, like the other houses, like the bear and like all the other ones, I'd be like, dude,
I can check. I can check again to see if they did, but I feel like if they did, I would have remembered it.
That's what I'm saying. You would have, because this shit sounds dope. There's other houses that do different things and go about different ways. So I would love to see it. Like the wolves are cool, don't get me wrong, and I like them a lot. But I would love to see some of the other houses.
Which would be dope, but they said it was like, nah, you know what? Y'all have Geralt. That's the only thing y'all ever need. Y'all got the wolf.
And don't get me wrong, I do love Geralt, and it is hot. But I would love to see some other people. And shit, even if you talk about his master, the one who taught Geralt and gives like his whole prequel.
Oh, you talking about Varys?
Yeah, dude.
That'd be cool too. I'll watch that. But no.
Like this dude has to be a monster. He taught fucking Geralt, right?
But how dare you want such good things, bro? Okay, now here's the real question. Why does every single show feel the need to be a prequel show?
That's true too. I will admit, I think it's
3 prequel shows in a row.
You are right about that. We're getting a lot of prequel stuff, but like I said, it's like one of those things. They're just running out of ideas.
Well,
they don't know what.
Nothing new there. But I'm always a bigger fan of things going forward instead of backwards. It's like, why are we?
Well, the reason why we don't go forward for Star Wars is that there's a reason. There's a reason. We didn't like that.
So I'm gonna be real with you. I legitimately, because of how Star Wars work, yeah, it's gonna still leave a bit of a sour taste in my mouth. But I think you could legitimately skip forward like 60 years or another 100.
Yeah, and like actually do something new, and it'll probably work. But the problem is they don't want to do that.
Hell, I mean, it goes into the thing I said before. One, it feels like Disney doesn't want to use any characters that are not their original ones they came up with, which hurts 100%. Me. But then on top of that, too, it feels like Disney's so afraid to have a lightsaber. They do not like having Jedis and things like that do things. And
it's literally the coolest part.
I don't know what the reason behind that is. And it's like, what hurts me, too, I hear so many people, I'm going to bring up, like, and Joe again, with, like, this boy Alex, say, I'm tired of seeing level 99 space wizards. It's like, I'm not.
So it's like nobody here is gonna tell me they don't care about seeing, when Obi-Wan versus Vader. That shit was hot. Yeah. Now here's the thing that the reason why we like some of these other shows like Mando and stuff like that is you see what they have to do in order to go kind of crazy with it.
Yeah.
Like the problem that they did though is like what I would have loved to see. You could still have lightsabers in it. And it'd still be cool as shit. But you know that, like, somebody like Mando, he could deal with that person. No problem.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the cool thing about it.
Which is impressive.
That's what I'm saying. He was dealing with her, and he was pretty much on par.
Holy shit, Mando.
And Ahsoka's old, and she knows what she's doing. Well, I'm not saying, like, old is, like, in a bad way. But she's, like, wise.
Yeah, at least in her 40s. I still consider that kind of old.
Like, she knows what to do with it. For a Jedi, yeah, exactly. And he's holding his own.
So, like, no, that's impressive. To me, though, it's like, one, yeah, you don't need to have necessarily always be, like, Jedi versus Jedi or, like, Jedi versus Sith type thing like that. You can have it be, like, regular people.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't even watch a show with, like, the bad guys and, like, a Jedi coming after them. I feel like even that would be kind of interesting. But 100%. To me, also, it's like, it's been so long since we had something, like, Old Republic related, where it's like, there's a lot of fans like me who love the prequels, who love seeing like all the fucking lightsabers all get up battling against things.
Yeah.
And we've never had live action and all this other stuff. Like a full scale, here are the Jedi, here are the Sith. They battle each other. We
only got 1v1s or 1v2s or 2v2s. That's
like,
it.
We never got like a full-fledged thing like that. And it's like, get me wrong, I love like how Sith work and everything. It was like, oh, there's just always like two of them in secret.
I was
like, that's cool and all, but also it's a lot cooler when you have like an actual army of these dudes doing stuff. Even with the whole like rule of two thing, it's like, we got so we have to bend around. It was like, oh, but on top of that, we also have like Maul. We also have Ventress. We also got like Dooku, Grievous. So like, even with that, you see, we have to bend it to add more people in. I ain't saying we need to like sterilize it or whitewash it or anything like that to like kind of really narrow it down. I'm just saying, just tell me there's one around, there's just a threat.
Right.
When we watched Star Wars Vision, the very first episode of that, The Duel, where it's like just a random Sith who just happened to be roaming through a village that was around. Yeah. That's cool. I'm sorry, that's cool.
I just love the idea when they were getting attacked and stuff like that. It's like, oh, you Jedi and stuff like that. And he just doesn't even say anything. And then he just pulls out the red saber, like, what the fuck? It's such a like, what the hell is going on?
The Duel was one of the best episodes in that.
Well, yeah, because it's like, not all Sith are bad. Like, I like that idea.
Cool.
That's like, yeah, they don't have to be bad. The only thing about that the red lightsaber stands for is that you go through your desires. Like, you're doing the Force, you're bending the Force to your will to what you want. In his mind, he wants to protect people from I guess, other Siths.
And that's all he's doing. He's using that.
And I'm like, okay.
Like, all right, cool.
Checks out.
Before we get like too crazy off topic, I want to say, I'm Ame. That's bro. We in there. We're putting up episodes all the time.
Stayed on topic the entire time.
Never moved off one.
Did not talk about anime this time, I think. Probably.
I think, possibly.
I don't know.
We didn't spend like 40 minutes talking about why a woman burnt herself alive with a track.
And I definitely didn't make a joke that could possibly cancel me. I don't think so.
I got that time stamped.
Pretty sure. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see.
But we'll get more of these out there, I promise y'all. But till next time, stay awesome.
Hey, that's Ame, and I'm Grim. We're gonna go hunt some dragons. You wanna come along?